Division with remainders. Sometimes, in division problems, the dividend cannot be evenly divided by the divisor. The amount left over is called the remainder. An important note to remember is, if you have divided correctly, the remainder will always be smaller than the divisor. Let's do an example. For the whole state, the real estate company sold 2,287 homes in 5 months. What was its monthly average for the homes sold? To do this problem, we've written on the board 2,287 homes sold divided by 5 months. 2,287 divided by 5 will give us the monthly average. It's hard to do division when it's written in this horizontal form, so we will do it in our other form. We'll do 5 into 2,287. You should be getting quite good at this division process now. So we're going to divide 5 into this number. We check to see if 5 goes into the first number. 5 goes into 2. I cannot think of a number that when I multiply it by 5 will give me 2, so I know I need to look at the first 2 numbers to check this out. 5 does go into 22. I'm thinking of a number that when I multiply it times 5, I will get very close to 22 without going over. That number is 4. Notice that I've carefully lined the 4 up over the second number. 4 times 5 is 20. And I know in this process I need to subtract. 2 minus 0 is 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. You'll remember the next step in the division process is to bring down the next number. So I'm going to take the 8 and carefully slide it down its column until it is even with the 2. So I'm taking 5 into 28. I want to think of a number that when I multiply it by 5, I'm going to get very close to 28 without going over. That number is 5. Again, I'm lining the 5 up very carefully over its correct place. 5 times 5 is 25. And once again, I will subtract. 8 minus 5 is 3, and 2 minus 2 is 0. Finally, I have to bring my last number down, clear down. This number has to travel all the way down so that it's level with the 3. Now I'm dividing 5 into 37. I want to think of a number that when I multiply it times 5, I'm going to get very close to 37 without going over. That number is 7. 7 times 5 is 35. And I'm going to subtract. When I do that, 7 minus 5 is 2, and 3 minus 3 is 0. When I look for another number to come down, I realize I've used all the numbers in the problem. So 5 goes into 2,287 very close to 457 times, but it did not come out evenly. I still have a 2 left over. When that is the case, I will write remainder 2. I had a leftover or a remainder of 2. So my answer to this problem, 2,287 divided by 5, would be 457 remainder 2. A monthly average would be very close to 457 houses per month. Now I want to check this answer. So I'm going to check this answer by multiplying the quotient times the divisor. This is something I know came very close. So I'll have 457 for the quotient times 5. When I multiply this, 5 times 7 is 35, carry the 3. 5 times 5 is 25, plus 3 is 28. Carry the 2 now, so when 5 times 4 is 20, and I add the 2, I get 2,285. That should be close to my original dividend, but I had 2 left over. So when this problem is done, I must add in 2 to check the problem absolutely. 5 plus 2 is 7, 8 plus 0 is 8, 2 plus 0 is 2, and 2 plus 0 is 2. So I know that I've taken 457 times 5, and I got 2,285, and I added in the remainder of 2, which gives me the total number of houses, 2,287, which is the number of houses that I started with.
If 4 bricklayers laid down 978 bricks in 8 hours, what is the average number of bricks laid by each worker for the 8 hours? let's figure this out. The 4 bricklayers laid down 978 bricks in 8 hours. And the question is, what is the average number of bricks laid by each worker for the 8 hours? So what we have to do then is divide 978 by 4. So it's 978 divided by 4. 4 goes into 9 2 times, and 1 left over. 4 goes into 17, 4 times, 1 left over. 4 goes into 18, 4 times, and remainder 2. So each worker laid down just a little bit more than 244 bricks. That's remainder 2, so it shows it's a little bit more. So the average number of bricks laid by each worker is 244, remainder 2.
Please pause the video now and complete the problems in your workbook. When finished, press play, and we'll continue with the next lesson.